For the last year, Donald Trump has basically mocked everybody with personal attacks. He's done so to people that are sitting on the stage today. He's done so about people that are disabled. He's done it about every other candidate in this race. So if there's anyone who's ever deserved to be attacked that way, it's been Donald Trump for the way he's treated people in the last campaign.
We continue now from Detroit with this live post-debate factor. Pleased to have Senator Marco Rubio. Are you surprised that Donald Trump still is leading after all the incoming he has taken? Mitt Romney today, John McCain, the list, as I just told Mr. Trump, and he wasn't happy to hear it. There's a lot of people that just don't like him. Are you surprised that he still leads?
Yeah, he's been very good at dominating media. I mean, getting media to pay attention to him. You look at the coverage. CBS, the head of CBS said this a couple of days ago, that Donald Trump might not be good for America, but he's good for CBS because of their ratings. So I think that factors into this. But I think now that the race is narrowed, people are starting to pay attention. And look, he's a very charming guy. I mean, you can see why he gets so much attention. He's funny. He's got these one-liners. But we're talking about the presidency of the United States here. Tonight, he had no serious solution on the debt. I think he was exposed in one instance with a graph that showed the numbers don't add up on the debt. It shows he has no solutions on foreign policy. His only reaction was to attack me as little Marco. And after a while, people start to realize this is the presidency.
Do you think, though, they're going to start to realize it, though? That's,
I do. And I hope so for the sake of our republic. Because what's at stake here for our country is very important. This is the most important election in a generation. The world is growing incredibly dangerous. We were reminded of that again tonight with what's happening in North Korea. You can't elect someone who says, I'll get there and then I'll figure it out.
Well, and I might remind the people in North Korea, the crazy dictator says he's arming his nuclear devices. But I'm a little amazed that Donald Trump's support is so rock solid at the 35 to 45 level. This new CNN poll was very high for him. And I don't think those people are going to give him up, no matter what you say or what Mitt Romney says or what I say. And I'm fair to Trump, but they're not going to give him up.
Yeah, I don't agree. In Virginia, I was down like 20 points, and we just spent 4 or 5 days explaining to people what the situation was. We finished almost tied, basically.
And you would have won if Kasich hadn't been there.
Well, you know, that is what it is. My point is that I do think that once people begin to think about it, look, he taps to an anger. But he's done this his whole career. You know, he tells you what you want to hear to get you to do what he wants you to do. In this case, it's not signed up for Trump University. In this case, it's to give you his vote to become the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the United States and the president of the most important country on the planet. So this process will continue forward. I honestly believe that the further we go into this, the more voters begin to learn about his lack of policy. Tonight, he changed his position on multiple issues. I think he'll be held to account for some of that.
Do you have the time? On the 15th, you got to win Florida. So you're going to have to spend a lot of time there, obviously, a lot of money. And he told, you know, $25 million. Is that true? $25 million you're going to spend in there?
No, we're not. I don't know what other people are doing in Florida. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I can tell you in our campaign, of course, we're going to spend time. Florida's an important state.
Right.
And we're going to win Florida.
How do you know you're going to win?
I just know the people of Florida. And I've won there before. We know how to win there. We know how people are going to vote there.
But you're down in the polls.
Said and down. I don't believe these polls you see. I can guarantee you that public poll that was out there is not accurate. It's close. It's going to be a tight race.
Yeah.
Florida's a collection of people from all over the country. So it is a unique state. It's a swing state for a reason. Even in our own party, it is.
What are you going to hit in Florida? Florida's an interesting state because a lot of people from other states go to Florida.
Right. Yeah.
No state income tax, good
and they
place
vote there.
to live. And they're residents now in Florida. What is the theme in Florida that is going to allow you to overtake a Donald Trump?
You know, I think in Florida in particular, what you have are people that are coming to get away from what's wrong somewhere else. It's not just the weather. It's a lot of people coming from the Northeast to get away from incompetent and broken government, people that are coming from other countries to get away from that as well. So there's a real understanding in Florida of how important and unique America is, but how easy it is to lose something like that with the wrong leadership. So what we want to do over the next few weeks is, number one, remind people of what is at stake in this election. We're going to continue to talk about policy. Didn't get a lot of media attention, but we continue to talk about our policies. And I ask people to go on marcorubio.com. You'll see we have policies, serious stuff, on all the issues before us. But we're also going to point out the fact that what Donald Trump says he's going to do for America, is exactly what he's been telling people he's going to do for them in his business career, and it hasn't always worked out very well for people that believe him.
Do you regret the schoolboy stuff with Trump? You know, the wet pants business and all of that.
It's not
you
what we do.
regret it?
I don't regret it in the sense
No?
that, no, I'll tell you why, because if anyone deserves to be hit for that, it's him. He's literally spent a year doing that.
You know what I always say on this program, and I'm sure you watch every night? Bad behavior doesn't justify other bad behavior.
Yeah, if I don't do it, it'll be because I don't want to do anything, for example, that Jesus wouldn't be proud of, to be honest with you, or that my kids would look at and say, I don't want you to keep doing that. But if anyone deserved to be hit that way,
do you feel you had to do that, though, to get down?
Donald has insulted everyone you can imagine. He's made fun of disabled people.
Yeah, we all know
fun
that.
of women. We know the litany.
We're talking about you now.
There comes a point where you have to stand up to someone, and you have to make clear that if you want to make this about personal attacks, there's a long list of personal attacks that can be made about you. So it's not that.
Are you going to continue to do that?
Well, that's our plan, is to run our campaign. If it's appropriate, we're definitely going to continue talking about what he's doing now with the con job and the scam he's trying to pull off, where he's trying to do to the American voter what he did to the people at Trump University, promising something that he never intended to deliver on.
I don't know if it's going to work, but it
better work for the sake of the conservative movement. And
I'll tell you what,
Party.
this is the most amazing campaign I've ever covered. I've done this for 35 years, and I have never seen anything like this. And it's going to, between Hillary and whoever you guys, who's ever going to win, it's going to be unbelievable there, too. Senator, wish you the best. Thank you for walking on up here and talking to us.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Thanks for having me.
See you down the road. Thank you.